Some people always ask me, how do I balance my YouTube channel while having my full-time job while still managing to hit the gym so consistently? And that's when it hit me. I was actually being quite productive in my everyday life while earning money, and I didn't need any motivation to push me to do any of these things. Finally, I've picked up some of these productivity hacks along the way, and today I want to share them with you. So my very first productivity hack was something that I learned from Alex Hormozi. I need to give credit where credit is due, right? Alex Hormozi is this businessman YouTuber who is really big on YouTube, and what he says is that he has this very intricate productivity routine where he puts on his earpiece, his ear mufflers and everything, and he just blocks out all sound. And he got this thing over here that I bought online on Amazon, I think, or Lazada, I can't quite remember. It's basically a kitchen digital clock where you can just kind of let me show you how it works. You can just kind of set it up, set it up on your desk, open up, set it up on your desk, and then turn it to the time that you want. So if you on it, you can basically turn to the time that you want, set it, and when you press it, it will just start off over there, right? Yeah. So that's how it works. Basically what happens is this is one of my biggest productivity hacks that ever came about. I never thought that it would be a kitchen timer, but it has really helped me in this last 1 or 2 years just staying productive, because what usually happens is that everyone always struggles with this, is how to get started with certain things, right? Everybody gets stuck because there's so much inertia to start all these things. And I realized this a long time ago, was that I used to procrastinate so much before my exercises or before going to the gym. And then it got me thinking, what was the hardest part about getting started, at least going to the gym, right? It was actually just getting started with the beginning. Basically, I just needed to, I needed to talk myself into all this, where I needed to psych myself and do things. And the main thing was that I just needed to wear my clothes, get myself dressed, wear my shoes, and that's it. I'm just going to hit the gym already. I'm just going to leave the house and hit the gym. There's no way, or rather there's very little chance for you guys who can do it, right? I think you're very admirable. If you can put on all your clothes and your shoes, right, and then you can just, okay, I'm not going to the gym, I'm still not going to do anything today, and then you just take them all out and then don't do anything. I think it's damn difficult. So I realized a long time ago that you just needed to get started with the first 2 minutes, and that was the hack over there. And basically what I need to do, I just need to set 5 minutes on my kitchen digital timer, and I just set it up and I press it. Once you get into doing it already, and then you just realize that, oh, okay, it's actually not so bad, I can still do some more, it's already a waste, right? My laptop's on, I'm already in the groove, I'm already doing stuff, then let's just continue it. And I can usually see myself continuing for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or even more after that. Then on days that I'm really not feeling it, that 5 minutes after I'm done with it, then I just stop it, right? It's better than nothing. And then I realized that just doing that 5 minutes actually made me feel better as well, that I didn't do anything. It's better than not doing anything, right? So that 5 minutes is really powerful as well, to really just get you started. More often than not, I think 70 to 80% of the time, I actually just continue doing the work, and I just feel that it's not so bad. I can just continue doing it now that I'm in the groove and I'm doing it already. Sometimes when I'm lazy, I don't even use this kitchen timer. I just on the timer on my MacBook, and I just put it to maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and I just set it up, press it, and then I just go about doing my work. It keeps you a bit more motivated and focused as well. When you have time that you have dedicated, like structured time that you're dedicated to do certain things, then it keeps you focused, because I only have 15 or 30 minutes to do this activity. I'm not going to check my phone, check my messages, do all this random stuff that you usually do that gets you distracted, because you only have this set amount of time. You just focus and you just go do it. And I think that really helps in order to get that foot started into doing that thing that you really wanted to do. For me, this has translated so nicely into doing YouTube videos or starting YouTube, because I usually do YouTube at the end of the day, or when I'm really tired, after work and all those kind of things. And sometimes I just need the extra boost. I'm not always motivated to do the thing, right? But basically, if you've seen this diagram before on motivation and then it producing action, right? I think that this is not the start of the equation. Most people, I'm sure a lot of you have motivation to do certain things, but yet you don't take the action. So you should actually look at the equation differently, where action is actually the very first thing that you set up. You do the thing, do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever the time is, and from the action itself, usually when you start doing it, then you're like, oh, okay, I'm already doing it, and that gives you the motivation to continue to do more action as well. So you feel this very nice virtuous cycle of doing something, getting motivated to do it, and then doing it again, right? So that, I think, in essence, is a very strong habit to really form. Luckily for me, I'm already monetized on a YouTube channel. I'm earning through affiliates, sponsors, and all these kind of things. So my YouTube channel is earning money. So basically, basically every time I set myself, I'm turning on this timer, I'm making some money from it. And this is a very, very productive and money earning habit in that sense. So speaking on the topic of habits, I read this recently in a book that says that it takes roughly around 66 days for it to form as a habit. So a lot of the things that we want to get started with, hitting the gym, starting to learn investing, something that to us overwhelms us, and we sometimes just have a lot of inertia to get started. It just takes that 66 days, at least through scientific research, to form that habit, and then it becomes so automatic. So I hit the gym, I do YouTube, I go to work, and all these kind of things. All these things are almost on autopilot mode for me. I don't even have to think much about it. I just go about doing it because I've been doing it for so many days on end, or so many months or years on end, that I don't question it anymore. And that's because I've formed these kind of habits through these productivity ways. So if you use the first productivity hack, just getting things started, then you'll be able to get so many more of these days under your belt. And over time, you're just not going to question whether you want or you should do it or not. You're just going to automatically do it because you're going to feel weird not doing it. I'll be honest, I hit the gym nowadays very, very automatically, almost as if it's something very, very natural for me. And I just go about doing all these things. I was listening to a podcast, The Diary of a CEO, yesterday, and I really like this sentence. The most successful people are not the most smartest or the most talented, but basically the people who have the most endurance to do things consistently for a long period of time. They don't even have to do things that are superb for a long period of time. They just have to do average things for a long period of time. So people like Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, all these people are wildly successful because they're able to do so many of these right things and consistently over a long period of time. Especially Warren Buffett, he earned over 90% of his entire net worth after his 60th birthday just because he is able to get average returns, or rather maybe slightly more than average returns, for a very long period of time, like 30, 40, 50 years. And that was how he was able to compound his money into a lot more money than before, right? Which is crazy, right? We just all want to get all this quick gains so quickly nowadays that we totally discount this consistent effort that you put in every day. It's like passive income that's being built over a long period of time. You need to give it some time to compound as well. If doing all these habits, even though you can hack it here and there to get started, to do these habits, the truth is you need to find a way to enjoy these habits. So if you don't enjoy it and then you're just always thinking, oh, it's such a grind, I'm just doing something that I don't enjoy, then you're just going to hate it and you're not going to do them for very long. So the consistency part is finding ways that you can enjoy it. So for my workout, for example, I go to the gym. Sometimes I'm not in the mood, right? I'll just do a couple of exercises that I usually do, like my deadlifts, my squats, and then I'll kind of think about it. Okay, what do I feel like doing today? Maybe I feel like doing a kettlebell swing. Maybe I feel like doing a deadlift with the kettlebells, or maybe walking lunges or something like that. Something that my body feels like doing, I go towards it because that's what your body is trying to tell you. Your body is feeling like doing that thing. So you should give it that while you're doing it, right? Or maybe even if you're starting something like investing, for example, how can you the question to ask would be, how can you do it in a way that is a little bit more fun, which is something that I took away from like Ali Abdaal's sort of philosophy of life, Feel Good Productivity, which was his book. How can you make this fun when you're doing something? Maybe you're listening to music while you're doing it, maybe you reward yourself with something after whatever it is that can motivate you and really help you to enjoy the process a bit further, I think is really, really important. Taking YouTube, for example, I have the most fun with YouTube when I don't take it seriously. I feel like I'm just talking to you guys through the camera, which I am, and most importantly, putting a bit of dry humor in here and there where I poke fun at things and just say whatever I want to say, not the things that I want you to hear me say because I think it's going to do well on YouTube. Yeah, some part of me wants that, but more importantly is just voice out the things that I really want to say so that it acts as a creative outlet for me, and I also try to help you guys at the same time. And when I receive all these comments on YouTube where, oh, you changed my life, or oh, this was very, very insightful, this has really helped me to think a bit differently, then it really makes my day, right? But of course those comments don't come in every other day. You get more of those irritating comments while you're boasting, you're doing all this kind of stuff. Those comes more often, but that's why I need to make the whole process a little bit more creative, a little bit more fun, so that I can enjoy it as well. Hopefully this video has helped you to take away some productivity hacks one way or another. If you enjoyed this video here, then you'll probably enjoy this video here on the Longbridge Singapore app tutorial for beginners. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.